paint and eat dinner. And you're like, why would he be eating dinner while streaming? I don't know, because I'm hungry. And I want to stream and paint. And will I be able to stream and paint at the same time? Maybe I just want to talk randomly to the internet and pick up some conversation going. I don't know. It's not like it's a multi-course meal. It's a couple of slices of pizza, but they're cold. I reheated them, but I forgot about them and didn't go upstairs to eat. Alexa, turn on dynamic duo and turn off heater. You forgot the first part. Alexa, turn on dynamic duo. She got the first part, or the second part of my command. Alexa, off. I know, I can't play music. I'm not allowed. So says Twitch and YouTube anyway. I'm going to paint till 7:30. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make much progress, but we'll see. So, when you last saw me, last time on Painting with Me, I was attempting NMM. And it is hard. You know, okay, so this is what I'm looking at. All right, so that's essentially what I'm looking at right there. So, but here's the problem. Saint Nick, his sword is not flat. It's not smooth on both sides like that. It's shaped roughly like that, but it's not. So this is the sword. you'll note that it's got seams, it's got creases. It's not a flat sword. It's like it's been pounded out in stone. It's like he's got a stone sword, which is weird. All right, no more food. All right, so I'm gonna go get some fresh water here. All right, fresh water, ready for the next phase. Hey, I think I should probably do my me service announcement. I just want, hey, if you're into miniatures like those you see here, ta-da! You've got the X case. That's full of paints, and then these ones over here attached to them are all full of miniatures. You got these ones down here full of you can't really see the lights in the way, but the ones down there are full of modeling items. Also connected over here in this corner, you got more minis and more paints all connected together. That's my whole setup here. These are all, the top one here is actually a mage cage. You see the little ribs on the inside. And you got the shelves on the bottom where you can put magnets. And then all these guys are attached by flex iron that we have in stock along with the magnets. And the mage cages are all in stock. The paints are actually inside of an X case. They don't have these ribs on the top like you see these ones here have. Like these ribs here, you don't see these. So you won't see that. You won't have this little shelf in the back in an X case. We don't have a lot of X cases in stock, unfortunately. But we do have quite a few mage cages. Check them out, YouTube and Instagram, for videos and how they assemble, how they connect. They connect back to back, front to front, top to bottom. They hang on the wall. They're multi-purpose cases that you can that grow with your collection. And we have multiple colors of the black ones. There aren't any clear ones currently available because those are out of stock. And that's what we want you to follow us on Facebook for. Once we hit 800 followers, we're gonna schedule the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter launch within a month or two of that, and get ready to try to launch and produce brand new stock levels, but also new product. What's going to have a new, more durable polycarbonate full body case. Also, they're going to be big. We're going to make bigger ones that all attach to the smaller ones. And of course, we're going to make enough this time that if we sell through those, we'll have enough to make more. That's the plan, to be able to cycle through, get a cyclical production run going by producing enough this time, which we haven't done in the past. We only ever in the past produced enough to pay for the cost of production, and therefore we always came out even. Or a little bit ahead, but not much. So it wasn't ever enough to produce more. So it's like, well, you know what? Maybe we should stop selling out. So we're going to try to fix that by ordering enough this time. And, well, we'll sell out, but I mean not sell out before we have money saved for the next production run. Oh, I'm ready for the holiday. I am so ready for the holiday. You know what? I got my chair all the way down, but for some reason my camera is showing up. Okay, so let's see what I can get done here. I'm gonna do another round of Saint Nick and see what I can get done. So, two things. Saint Nick currently working on his sword and his armor are both trying to be NMM. Don't know if I'm going to get, I don't know if I'm going to get there. It's really, really quite challenging. That's all I got to say. Yeah. I have not figured out the magic bullet on how to make this stuff blend right. And it also doesn't even look like metal yet. I think it's because I don't have enough lighter color. I think my lighter color is not light enough. And so yeah, that's part of it. And it's interesting how it's got now this sits on his back like this, so it's really the blade on one side is, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how they do these edges. Now, I was thinking on the back side I was going to go with like a lighter or a darker tone. I mean, I still wanted to have the metallic slightly, but just everything's going to be darker because, well, there's shadow. It's not as bright, right? Kind of a darker shade. Always made me wonder how people do this, man. I'm always just so impressed. The more when you actually try some of these complicated tasks such as NMM, you're like, it just makes you all the more impressed by the people who actually can do this stuff. You're like, and they say, oh yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, you just got to do it. It's not hard. And I'm like, ugh. Spoken like somebody who's obviously an artist. Somebody who already has that skill. And that somebody is not me. So, alas, I have to do this the hard way. So I know some people like to watch when I play Marvel Snap. I'm not playing that today. Again, I'm kind of under a time crunch with these minis, so it's kind of making it harder for me to spend a lot of time on Marvel Snap. I spend time on Marvel Snap. I just don't have time to set up and do the streaming because it takes longer to set it up, and well, it takes time to set it up, and if I've already and I'm under a time crunch to get my these two minis done. That means I've got to really spend more time on these. And like I said, this is a weird sword. It's not like flat. And at this magical glow here, I may actually have to start putting some blue in because it's probably going to have some OSL going. So nothing like adding a complication of adding OSL to my my efforts. It's like, oh yeah, OSL. Forgot about that. Which means adding in the blue and whatever other color the OSL is going to... What the heck? Why is this one... This is not supposed to be that much darker. It's like I'm going... Alright, I need to create me I guess a middle zone, because this is like way too dark. I don't know. It's supposed to be a middle ground, but apparently not so much. It's just so... I don't know. It's like I'm constantly trying to find the perfect blend. Where is the perfect blend here? And there's like, no, there isn't a perfect blend. Really, that's what this blending is. It's just more and more blending. So I'm looking at it at a distance, trying to see, does that look like metal? It's like, no, it does not. Are you sure? I'd be like, if you looked really close, can you squint and see metal? It's like, nope, can't see any metal. But I mean, squint hard. It's like, nope, sorry, man. No, squint harder. It's gotta be there. Like, no, it doesn't, because it's not. But stop it! That's not there. Doesn't look like metal, but it should. No buts about it. Fine, whatever. so many ways to make this work. Wait, am I doing that right? Sun here, maybe not so much. Probably should put the shade on the other side. I don't know, man. This is trying to figure out the way light's gonna hit this, and I'm like, no, I don't know. It's like there's so many angles on this stupid sword. Whose bright idea was it to paint this thing with NMM and NMM anyway? Oh wait, that was me. It's like, did I pick the hardest possible sword to do this on? I think I might have. It's just like blend and find a new way, find a new spot, find a new say. So I just keep on putting water in because I don't need this to be dry, and dry is bad. So I was like, okay. Keep plugging away, trying to get more of the dark in the spots that I feel like should be darker. Then it'll be a matter of trying to and even the blade technically should probably have some kind of OSL on it because it's I mean like the edge, because it's not straight. It's not a straight edge. It's straight-ish, but it's not straight. think the problem is I don't have enough black. I mean, my dark shadows are probably not shadowy enough. But it's like, it's really hard for me to convince to go black. This goes so dark. And I was like, I don't know, that's so dark. It's like, how do you do that? It's still, I mean, I do notice that the darker I get in places, the more, I don't know, man. I don't know how they do this. I mean, it's like, I'm going way black now. This is like super black. Now I'm painting it over gray, so it's going to take a little bit of and I don't know. Plus I have a lot of gray on my brush, which is probably putting down a little bit of gray too. Just gotta keep my brush wet, so it's keeping putting so it keeps putting wet down and not dry down. I don't want it to be too dry. So you just continue to try to find where I think it's going to be darker, right? Trying to figure it out. It's definitely not a given. Yeah. Man. I could use a cheering squad right now. Come on again, you can do it, man. You can do it. This is all within your power. It's just in your head. It's all doable. There's nothing beyond you. And then, meanwhile, in their own head, they're going, oh man, this guy's going to fail. He's going to fail spectacularly. But hey, we'll pretend. We'll pretend he's not. That's all we need. That's all I need. A little bit of pretending that failure is not imminent. But I feel failure is kind of imminent. I'm just trying to figure out how, when, or why. Now I gotta bring it back around to the gray stuff. Yes, I know. It's like, man, how do you... So many... I'm just like just trying to figure out, like, if I was looking at thinking how the light was going to hit here, where would it hit hardest? You know what I mean? And it's like, where would it be the most shaded? So, and then it's like, if it hits, where is it, like shining more towards you? Is light hitting and shining more towards the person, or is it shining up? I think that's my problem. I can't tell where would the light hit. How would it respond? If the light's coming down on these cracks and crevices, or on this shape. Where is it? I think I may have put this on the wrong side of that. No, because if the light hits... Can't tell! My brain is breaking. It's like, okay, if the light hits here, where would it hit? It would come down smack right onto the top of that. It would probably be less light there. I don't know, man. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's breaking my brain. My brain's like, oh, no, not doing this. This is, it's just not what we're gonna do. Just keep going back and forth to the darker stuff and hoping I can get it to do blend correctly. That's the whole goal, right? Get the blend. It's back and forth. Blending is not a fast process, I'll tell you that much. You just keep going, the lighter, the darker, the lighter, the darker, then you're going to go, oh, I think that's the one I want. That's the spot. I'm trying to find that happy medium zone. They just keep putting on more paint, man. There's no shortage of paint of layers. That's what I'm trying to say. The layers are in mass. It's like a concave location here. And it's keep going back and forth between the darker colors and the lighter colors. Just trying to get a little bit more in the middle zone. Use some more water. I think I'm gonna have to reblend my paints. That's what I think is gonna have to happen here in a minute. Because they're getting thin and they're also getting kind of blended because I'm going back and forth between them so much. And I think even my white is starting to look a little nuts white. My white is supposed to be kind of, I may have to get like a medium white, something that's I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying this could take me a month to get this OSL to be what I want it to be. And I don't know that I don't know that I'm going to get there in a week. This is work. This is work, I'll tell you. It's not that it's not fun. It's just that it's just not something I know how to do very well, and I'm struggling with it. And yeah, it's just I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the magic bullet is, folks. So as I keep trying to, this is just me trying to put the edge highlight on so I can see kind of how it's supposed to pop how it separates the dark from the light. And I will say, maybe it's helping. I don't know. You'll have to tell me though. When I get closer to so the backside has probably got to have some kind of highlighting going. Like I said, I was thinking I might just go with a lighter, maybe even a bluish background, because I'm going to use the OSL approach with the magic that's flowing all over this thing. It's nothing like trying to implement OSL and NMM all together. So what do you think? Is it starting to look kind of metal, like a metal sword of some kind? It is starting to have kind of an effect. Starting to look a little closer. I see my back of my sword has nothing. What I'm thinking about is doing is something similar, as though like the light's hitting it, but just not as hard. Like there's both shadowing and not. So I'm thinking I'm going to like hit it with grays and darker colors, like it's just toned down light hitting it. So like my brightest color might be a light gray, and then everything goes from there, and then goes into a darker zone, where it's like it's a lot of black, where it just kind of I would treat it the same as though the light's still hitting it from the same direction, but instead of being as light, it'll be darker. That's the theory that I'm going to stick with. It's not 7:30 yet, is it? Ooh, it's 7:24. It's kind of my goal time.
The time is 7:24 p.m.
Thank you. Apparently, she heard me. I don't know how. She doesn't hear me when I'm actually asking her questions, but she hears me when I'm not. She hears me when I'm talking, but not when I'm asking a question. Better watch out. Better not cry. Alexa's watching you, and I'll tell you why. She wants your business. Okay, I'm reaching. I get it. I'm reaching. Never mind. Ignore me. Amazon is coming to town. They don't care if you are crying. They don't care if you're awake. As long as you pay your bills, they'll be dropping stuff all day. Do down. I bet you didn't know what I was humming, huh? I don't know. It's getting there. I think we're kind of in the general vicinity of of NMM. We're the general vicinity. It may not be, you know, we're dead on or anything. We're targeting the zone. I think this top one is wrong. Because it's on, I think it's on the wrong side of where the light's going to hit it. That's what I think. So I think I need to undo that. Then I should probably start working on the armor again. But that'll be later. That'll be my next session. It just doesn't feel right. Because I feel like if this is sitting down like this, the light's hitting it. I feel like that color's on the wrong side. But the problem I'm having is right now there's like a couple of areas that are on top and a couple areas that are on bottom, and I'm not like sure, well, how's the light going to affect that coming down like that? And that's what I'm struggling with. Because there's definitely some spots where I'm like, how? And maybe, because of the darkness here, should probably actually put some on this bottom half a little bit. Then blend it up. Yeah, I'm most definitely going to have to create some more blends. Not blends or deblending. They're all turning into the same thing. Go put the base colors back down and then come back and get my light colors and redo them, because I'm definitely turning the wrong colors. So I blend these away. I know I should probably just rinse my brush every time, but that's like crazy talk. Crazy talk, man. How dare you suggest that I might need to actually rinse my brush more often. Some people eat their paints. They use their tongue as a constant rinse. That's not me. I am not much interested in tasting my paint. I'm not even that guy who has to. There's one guy online I watched one time who was like painting. He wears a glove. And it's like, he wears a glove, and quite literally his hand is covered in paint. I mean, it's just crazy. He's just got so much paint on his hand. One hand had a glove and it had just covered in paint, and the other hand had no glove and it was covered in paint. I was like, dude, how are you even getting paint on the other hand? I guess he paints with both hands or something. It is starting to have an OSLE look. We're not there yet, but we do have progress, I think. And I'm almost happy with it. I mean, I'm not done with it, but I think it's starting to look okay. Okay, we're getting there. I think things are starting to have a look. Is it a good look? I don't know, but it's closer. And I'll keep plugging away with that and seeing where I can get with it. But I have to stop for a break. And then if I can get back to it, I will. If not, I will try again tomorrow. We'll see. Until then, you take it easy.